So it seems Bristol Council is going to be one of the first councils to try and introduce a council tax for van dwellers, people that have no address. So how is this really going to work? For you to fall foul of the Band A council tax, you need to be in one place for a certain amount of time, over a long period normally. If you're moving around like me from day to day and don't stay in the same place, you're going to avoid the council tax altogether. So the moral of this story is don't sit in the same place for many days.
Okay, so I guess if any of the van life channels was going to bring this up and have a moan about it, it was going to be me, wasn't it? What am I talking about? I'm talking about the fact that Bristol City Council, the Liberal Democrat councillor Stephen Williams, wants to bring in a cost for van life. They want to charge van lifers, full-time van lifers, van dwellers, whatever you want to call us. They want to charge us council tax. Now this is on top of a parking fee which they already charge at £30. So what they've done is they've encouraged the van life community in Bristol. Obviously Bristol City has quite a vast amount of van lifers, somewhere towards the 600 mark is what I believe is living in and around the Bristol area. So they've encouraged them to move into a car park area and charge £30 a week to cover the costs of this parking area, which is for basically a portaloo and a tap, which is not fresh drinking water, by the way. It is just a running water tap with washing up facilities, I guess, but not fresh drinking water. And now they want to charge council tax at another £35, so £65 per week, parking fees, council tax fees, whatever you want to call it. How do you feel about this? I'll tell you how I feel. But I'm not saying I'm totally against the idea of paying towards the community. But I would have thought paying the £30 in the first place to cover the costs of parking, you're already paying. What is that £30 for then, if it is not for the services provided? Why are you asking for another £35 to cover other costs? And if you've got no postal address, you've got no other facilities, you've got no electric hookup, you've got no power point, you've got no toilet waste facilities, as in dumping your toilet waste, what are you paying the extra £35 for? That's what I'd be questioning. Also, how does it work out for people like me that don't stay in any one area, that travel around? Now, I do believe that the costs involved at Bristol is for the people that stay weekly at the same spot in the car park. Now, all I see is that what this is going to do is going to encourage the people that stay in this car park area to not stay in the area, to be back out on the roads again. You're causing more of an issue than you are fixing anything. You're going to make all these people that have accepted the cost of parking in the car park run away from that area and go park up back on the streets, which is where you don't want them. And you can only blame yourself for doing that if you're going to bring in these costs. So in recent months there's been some activity from other councils that are putting up air type facilities, parking areas with toilet waste facilities and water, drinking water available. Will these councils also require council tax, is my question. And what happens if you're only staying for 1 or 2 nights? What happens if you're already paying council tax and you're a van lifer that's got a house, travelling around, and yeah, you just park for the night and want to move on next day? It's starting to look a little bit unfair for the van life community, where they are being hounded for costs and made to pay fees that they're not using or not getting. Again, it's councils wanting money for nothing to run a corrupt business, that don't provide facilities. Look at the roads. I mean, let me just turn the camera around on look at that. Who's responsible for fixing that? Why ain't that is a public road. Look at the state of it. And isn't that part of what your council tax would be paying towards? Fixing roads, public services. And it's not getting done. And it's not getting done now. So what makes what would make me think that it will get done if I was to pay £35 a week council tax towards my living in a van? I don't think it will get done either. It just doesn't seem to. Nothing gets fixed in this country. They just keep taking money for whatever cause they claim it to be, and no services get provided. I mean, the policing now is absolutely corrupt. Why would anyone want to pay towards policing? Medical facilities, seeing a doctor, a dentist, it's non-existent. So why are we paying towards a system that doesn't exist in reality? We have absolutely disgusting waiting times in hospitals. So why should we be paying these costs? Why aren't we getting service? Why aren't we getting value for money? That's the main thing here. Why ain't the people who pay these costs complaining about it? And why ain't anything being done about any of it?
Name's Mark. You've been watching Roads Home. And if you're not happy about the services you're being provided with for your council tax payments, complain to your MP.